The scientific name of the crocus is Crocus, and is derived from the Greek word Crocos. However, the ancient Greeks probably meant exclusively the plant from which the spice saffron is obtained, the Crocus sativas. Nowadays, however, the name crocus is used in ordinary language as well as in science as the official name for the entire plant genus with its more than 200 species. The crocus consists of a tuber, on which there are long white roots, a stem, the leaves and the flower. Due to its appearance, it is often classified as a bulbous plant, but this is incorrect. In fact, the bulb is a stem part growing underground, which survives in the ground even after flowering to protect it from the weather. The leaves of the crocus are narrow and pointed with a smooth edge and resemble blades of grass. They are able to pierce the hard, frozen ground. There are usually about 6 leaves on a plant. Depending on the species, crocuses grow between 5 and 15 centimeters tall. The crocus has a single flower at the end of the stem, which is above the foliage leaves, called bracts. Depending on the species, the crocus blooms in spring or fall in many different colors, but the most common are white, yellow or purple. The shape of the flower is cup or goblet shaped, depending on the species, and the individual petals grow out of the stem of the plant in a circle around the flower tube, which contains the stamens. The crocus flower has 3 stamens, the filaments of which are fused to the flower cup, and the anthers of the crocus are either yellow, black or white, depending on the species. The ovary of the crocus is located underground and pushes out of the ground only after fertilization. There it subsequently forms the capsule fruit, which contains the seeds. The exact timing differs depending on the type of crocus. Originally, the crocus probably originated in Greece and most species are still found in the Balkans and Asia Minor. Nevertheless, nowadays it is distributed mainly in Europe, North Africa and as far as Western China. The crocus prefers regions with cold, wet winters and warm dry summers. Depending on the species, it feels comfortable in sunny to semi-shady locations. Nowadays, the crocus is mainly used as an ornamental plant. Due to its early flowering time starting in February, it is very suitable to bring the first color into the garden and can easily be combined with other spring flowers. Simply plant the crocus on top of other early bloomers and you will have a seamless transition of color and bloom. Probably the best known and economically most important crocus is saffron, Crocus sativas. This spice has been traded for thousands of years and is now one of the most expensive spices in the world. For its extraction, the stigmas of the crocus are harvested by hand at the time of flowering in autumn and then dried. For 1 kilogram of saffron, about 150,000 to 200,000 flowers must be harvested. Another property of saffron is its strong dyeing power, which is why it used to be a sought-after dye, just like the purple snail. Furthermore, studies show a mood-lifting effect of saffron, so it could be used to treat mild depression. That the crocus has been known to mankind for a very long time is also reflected in our history and mythology. For example, Crocus in Greek mythology was a youth who was transformed into a plant, the crocus. There are also theories that the Rose of Sharon, from the Bible, could be a crocus. Somewhat younger is the naming of the asteroid 1220, Crocus, which was named in 1932 after this very plant. It is certainly nothing new that the crocus family includes both early bloomers and fall bloomers, but did you know that the crocus is a geophyte? It forms so-called traction roots, with which it can pull itself into the optimal position.